Question 1. Which of the following coverages in a personal auto policy, PAP, would provide compensation for injuries sustained by the policyholder in an accident caused by an uninsured driver? A. Liability coverage, Part B. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. C. Medical payments coverage, Part B. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Question 2. Rebecca owns a house in New Mexico insured under an HA3 homeowner's policy. If her detached garage is damaged by a covered peril, which coverage part would pay for the repairs? A. Dwelling coverage, Coverage B. Other structures, Coverage B. C. Personal property, Coverage C. D. Loss of use, Coverage D. Question 3. Mr. Thompson lives in New Mexico and has a personal umbrella policy with a $1 million limit. He is sued for $800,000 due to an accident covered by his underlying auto insurance, which has a $300,000 liability limit. How much will the umbrella policy pay after the auto insurance coverage is exhausted? A. $300,000 B. $500,000 C. $800,000 D. $1 million. Question 4. Which principle of insurance ensures that an insured cannot profit from a loss but can only be compensated to the extent of the financial loss suffered? A. Indemnity. B. Insurable interest. C. Utmost good faith. D. Subrogation. Question 5. Under a homeowner's insurance policy in New Mexico, which type of policy would provide the broadest coverage for a homeowner's personal property? A. HO1. B. HO2. C. HO3. D. HO5. Question 6. If a New Mexico homeowner's primary insurance company denies a claim, and the homeowner also has a personal umbrella policy, what will the umbrella policy do? A. Automatically cover the claim. B. Deny the claim as well. C. Provide coverage if the claim is within its scope. D. Only provide coverage for personal liability claims. Question 7. Which of the following is NOT typically covered under the medical payments coverage, Part B, of a personal auto policy? A. Medical expenses for the policyholder. B. Medical expenses for passengers in the policyholder's car. C. Medical expenses for pedestrians hit by the policyholder's car. D. Lost wages due to injury. Question 8. Under a New Mexico personal lines insurance policy, what is the primary purpose of underwriting? A. To determine claim payouts. B. To investigate fraudulent claims. C. To assess and price risk. D. To sell insurance policies. Question 9. Mr. Garcia lives in New Mexico and has a dwelling policy, DP3. If his rental property is damaged by a covered peril, which coverage part will pay for his lost rental income while repairs are made? A. Covered dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage D. Fair rental value. D. Coverage E. Additional living expense. Question 10. In New Mexico, what is the main function of the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP? A. To provide emergency financial assistance to flood victims. B. To offer flood insurance to property owners in high-risk areas. C. To regulate floodplain management. D. To fund flood control projects. Question 11. Which type of policy would a New Mexico homeowner choose if they want coverage for both their home and personal liability, but not personal property? A. HO2. B. HO4. C. HO6. D. HO8. Question 12. Which of the following statements about personal umbrella policies in New Mexico is true? A. They only provide coverage for auto-related incidents. B. They have a self-insured retention requirement. C. They replace the need for primary liability insurance. D. They do not cover legal defense costs. Question 13. Which coverage part of a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy would cover the cost of repairing or rebuilding a detached shed on the property if it is damaged by a covered peril? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Question 14. In New Mexico, what is the primary purpose of insurable interest in insurance contracts? A. To prevent fraud. B. To reduce the cost of premiums. C. To ensure the policyholder has a financial stake in the insured property. D. To limit the amount of coverage available. Question 15. Mrs. Lee lives in New Mexico and has a homeowner's insurance policy. She accidentally leaves a candle burning, which starts a fire and causes significant damage to her home. Which coverage part will pay for the repairs to her home? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Question 16. What type of inland marine insurance policy would a New Mexico resident purchase to insure high-value personal items like jewelry and fine art? A. Personal property floater. B. Personal effects coverage. C. Personal articles floater. D. Valuable papers coverage. Question 17. In New Mexico, which type of watercraft policy coverage would pay for injuries sustained by passengers on the insured's boat? The liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Uninsured boaters coverage. D. Physical damage coverage. Question 18. Which of the following is a key characteristic of a high-deductible health PHB available in New Mexico? A. Low premiums and high out-of-pocket costs. B. High premiums and low out-of-pocket costs. C. Coverage for routine medical expenses without a deductible. D. No coverage for preventive care. Question 19. Under New Mexico's insurance regulations, what is the primary role of the state insurance department? A. To sell insurance policies to consumers. B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry. C. To provide legal representation for policyholders. D. To manage insurance claims. Question 20. Mr. Robinson, who lives in New Mexico, has a flood insurance policy under the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. If his home is damaged by a flood, which part of his policy would cover the cost of repairing the building itself? A. Personal property coverage. B. Building property coverage. C. Increased cost of compliance coverage. D. Loss of use coverage. Question 21. Which exclusion is commonly found in a New Mexico earthquake insurance policy? A. Damage caused by fire following an earthquake. B. Damage to personal property inside the home. C. Damage to detached structures on the property. D. Damage caused by flooding due to an earthquake. Question 22. In New Mexico, what is the primary purpose of a personal liability insurance policy? A. To cover physical damage to the insured's property. B. To cover bodily injury and property damage claims against the insured. C. To pay for the insured's medical expenses. D. To provide life insurance benefits to the insured's beneficiaries. Question 23. Which coverage in a New Mexico health insurance plan typically requires the insured to use a network of approved providers to receive the highest level of benefits? A. Health Maintenance Organization, ATMO. B. Preferred Provider Organization, EPO. C. High Deductible Health PHB. D. Catastrophic Health Plan. Question 24. Which of the following is considered an unfair trade practice under New Mexico insurance laws? A. Offering discounts for multiple policies. B. Misrepresenting policy benefits. C. Conducting annual policy reviews. D. Providing accurate premium quotes. Question 25. Mr. Davis, a New Mexico resident, discovers that his insurance agent engaged in unethical behavior while handling his policy. Which entity should he report this to? A. The insurance company's customer service department. B. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. C. The New Mexico State Insurance Department. D. The Better Business Bureau, BB. Question 26. Which of the following would be covered under the liability coverage, Part A, of a personal auto policy in New Mexico? A. Damage to the insured's vehicle in an at-fault accident. B. Injuries to passengers in the insured's vehicle. C. Legal defense costs for the insured if sued for an at-fault accident. D. Medical expenses for the insured. Question 27. What type of endorsement would a New Mexico homeowner add to their homeowner's insurance policy to cover the increased cost of rebuilding due to new building codes? A. Ordinance or law endorsement. B. Inflation guard endorsement. C. Scheduled personal property endorsement. D. Water backup endorsement. Question 28. Which of the following describes a personal articles floater in New Mexico? A. Coverage for the insured's primary residence. B. Coverage for high-value personal items on an open perils basis. C. Coverage for additional living expenses after a loss. D. Coverage for business equipment used at home. Question 29. If a New Mexico policyholder wants to insure their home against flood damage, which insurance policy would they need to purchase? A. Homeowner's insurance. B. Dwelling policy. C. Flood insurance. D. Personal umbrella policy. Question 30. Which type of watercraft insurance coverage would protect a New Mexico boat owner from financial loss due to collision with another boat? A. Liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Uninsured boaters coverage. D. Physical damage coverage. Correct answer. B. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Part C. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Part C is specifically designed to provide compensation for injuries sustained by the policyholder and passengers in the event of an accident where the other driver is at fault and does not have insurance or has insufficient insurance coverage. This coverage ensures that the insured is not left uncompensated for their injuries due to the lack of adequate insurance by the responsible party. Correct answer. B. Other structures. Coverage B. Explanation. In a HA3 homeowner's policy, coverage B. Other structure specifically covers detached structures on the insured property such as garages, sheds, and fences. This coverage is separate from the dwelling coverage, which applies to the main house. If Rebecca's detached garage is damaged by a covered peril, coverage B would provide the necessary funds for repairs. Correct answer. B. $500,000 explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage above the limits of the insured's underlying policies, such as auto insurance. In this case, Mr. Thompson's auto insurance covers the first $300,000 of the claim. The umbrella policy then pays the remaining amount up to the policy limit. Since the total claim is $800,000 and the auto insurance covers $300,000, the umbrella policy will pay the remaining $500,000. Correct answer. A. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity in insurance ensures that the insured is restored to the same financial position they were in before the loss occurred, without making a profit from the insurance claim. This principle prevents moral hazard and ensures fairness in the compensation process. Correct answer. D. HO5. Explanation. An HO5 policy provides the broadest coverage for personal property among the standard homeowners insurance forms. It offers open perils coverage, meaning it covers all risks except those specifically excluded in the policy. This is in contrast to HO1, HO2, and HO3 policies, which provide more limited named perils coverage. Correct answer. C. Provide coverage if the claim is within its scope. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy can provide coverage for claims that are within its scope and not covered by the primary insurance policy, but it does not automatically cover all claims denied by the primary insurer. The claim must be valid under the terms and conditions of the umbrella policy. Correct answer. D. Lost wages due to injury. Explanation. Medical payments coverage, Part B, of a personal auto policy covers medical expenses for the policyholder, passengers in the policyholder's car, and pedestrians hit by the policyholder's car. However, it does not cover lost wages due to injury. This would typically be addressed by other coverages or policies such as personal injury protection, PIP, or disability insurance. Correct answer. C. To assess and price risk. Explanation. Underwriting is the process of evaluating and assessing the risk associated with insuring an individual or entity and determining the appropriate premium to charge. This process helps insurers maintain a profitable portfolio by accurately pricing policies based on the level of risk. Correct answer. C. Coverage D. Fair rental value. Explanation. Coverage D. Fair rental value in a dwelling policy, DP3, provides reimbursement for lost rental income if the rental property is rendered uninhabitable by a covered peril. This coverage helps ensure that the policyholder does not lose income during the period the property is being repaired. Correct answer. B. To offer flood insurance to property owners in high-risk areas. Explanation. The National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, was created to offer flood insurance to property owners in areas at high risk of flooding. The NFIP aims to reduce the financial impact of floods by providing affordable insurance and encouraging communities to adopt and enforce floodplain management regulations. Correct answer: D. HO8. Explanation: an HOA policy is designed for older homes and provides coverage for the dwelling and personal liability but offers limited coverage for personal property. It is suitable for homeowners who do not need extensive personal property coverage but still want to protect their home and themselves from liability claims. Correct answer: B. They have a self-insured retention requirement. Explanation: personal umbrella policies typically have a self-insured retention requirement, which is an amount the policyholder must pay out of pocket before the umbrella coverage kicks in if the loss is not covered by any underlying policy. This helps manage smaller claims and ensures that the umbrella policy is used primarily for larger, more significant losses. Correct answer: B. Coverage B. Other structures. Explanation: Coverage B. Other structures in a homeowner's insurance policy covers the cost of repairing or rebuilding detached structures on the property, such as sheds, garages, and fences, if they are damaged by a covered peril. This coverage is separate from the main dwelling coverage. Correct answer: C. To ensure the policyholder has a financial stake in the insured property. Explanation: Insurable interest is a fundamental principle in insurance that requires the policyholder to have a financial stake in the insured property or person. This ensures that the policyholder would suffer a financial loss if the insured event occurs, which helps prevent moral hazard and fraudulent claims. Correct answer: A. Coverage dwelling. Explanation: Coverage dwelling in a homeowner's insurance policy covers the cost of repairing or rebuilding the insured home if it is damaged or destroyed by a covered peril, such as fire. In this case, Mrs. Lee's policy would pay for the repairs to her home resulting from the fire. Correct answer: C. Personal articles floater. Explanation: A personal articles floater is an inland marine insurance policy that provides coverage for high-value personal items such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles. It offers broader coverage and higher limits than a standard homeowner's policy for these items, ensuring adequate protection for valuable possessions. Correct answer: B. Medical payments coverage. Explanation: Medical payments coverage in a watercraft policy pays for medical expenses incurred by passengers on the insured's boat who are injured in an accident. This coverage is similar to medical payments coverage in an auto policy and provides compensation regardless of who is at fault for the accident. Correct answer: A. Low premiums and high out-of-pocket costs. Explanation: High deductible health plans are characterized by low premiums and high out-of-pocket costs. These plans require policyholders to pay higher deductibles before the insurance coverage begins but offer lower monthly premiums, making them suitable for individuals who want to save on premium costs and are willing to pay more out-of-pocket for medical expenses. Correct answer: B. To regulate and oversee the insurance industry. Explanation: The primary role of the state insurance department is to regulate and oversee the insurance industry within the state. This includes ensuring that insurance companies operate fairly and responsibly, protecting consumers, and enforcing state insurance laws and regulations. The department also handles licensing of insurance agents and brokers. Correct answer: B. Building property coverage. Explanation: Building property coverage under an NFIP flood insurance policy covers the cost of repairing or rebuilding the insured building itself if it is damaged by a flood. This includes the structure of the home and its essential systems, such as electrical and plumbing. Correct answer: D. Damage caused by flooding due to an earthquake. Explanation: Damage caused by flooding due to an earthquake is commonly excluded from earthquake insurance policies. Flooding, including tsunami-related flooding, is typically covered under separate flood insurance policies. Earthquake insurance focuses on covering damage directly caused by seismic activity. Correct answer: B. To cover bodily injury and property damage claims against the insured. Explanation: The primary purpose of a personal liability insurance policy is to cover bodily injury and property damage claims against the insured. This type of policy protects the insured from financial loss if they are found legally responsible for injuring someone else or damaging someone else's property. Correct answer: A. Health maintenance organization, HMO. Explanation: Health maintenance organization HMO plans typically require the insured to use a network of approved providers to receive the highest level of benefits. HMOs focus on managed care and emphasize preventive services, but they restrict coverage to providers within their network unless it is an emergency situation. Correct answer: B. Misrepresenting policy benefits. Explanation: misrepresenting policy benefits is considered an unfair trade practice under New Mexico insurance laws. This practice involves providing false or misleading information about the benefits, terms, or conditions of an insurance policy to deceive consumers, which is illegal and unethical. Correct answer: C. The New Mexico State Insurance Department. Explanation: Mr. Davis should report the unethical behavior of his insurance agent to the New Mexico State Insurance Department. The State Insurance Department is responsible for regulating insurance practices, enforcing state laws, and investigating complaints against agents and companies. Correct answer: C. Legal defense costs for the insured if sued for an at-fault accident. Explanation: liability coverage, Part A, of a personal auto policy covers legal defense costs for the insured if they are sued for an at-fault accident. This coverage also pays for bodily injury and property damage claims made against the insured by others involved in the accident. Correct answer: A. Ordinance or law endorsement. Explanation: an ordinance or law endorsement covers the increased cost of rebuilding or repairing a home to comply with new building codes or ordinances. This endorsement ensures that the homeowner is not left to pay out of pocket for necessary updates required by changes in local building regulations. Correct answer: B. Coverage for high-value personal items on an open perils basis. Explanation: a personal articles floater provides coverage for high-value personal items such as jewelry, fine art, and collectibles on an open perils basis. This means the items are covered against all risks except those specifically excluded in the policy, offering broader protection than standard homeowners insurance. Correct answer: C. Flood insurance. Explanation: flood damage is typically not covered under standard homeowners insurance or dwelling policies. To insure their home against flood damage, a New Mexico policyholder would need to purchase a separate flood insurance policy, often through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP. Correct answer: D. Physical damage coverage. Explanation: physical damage coverage in a watercraft insurance policy protects the boat owner from financial loss due to damage to their boat, including collisions with other boats. This coverage helps pay for repairs or replacement of the insured boat if it is damaged in an accident. Question 31. Which New Mexico insurance principle requires full disclosure of all material facts by both parties to the contract? A. Indemnity. B. Insurable interest. C. Utmost good faith. D. Subrogation. Question 32. Under a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy, which coverage part would pay for additional living expenses if the insured home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage C. Personal property. C. Coverage D. Loss of use. D. Coverage E. Personal liability. Question 33. Which exclusion is common in most personal auto policies in New Mexico? A. Damage caused by vandalism. B. Damage caused by wear and tear. C. Damage caused by fire. D. Damage caused by theft. Question 34. Which type of watercraft insurance policy would cover damage to the insured's boat caused by a storm in New Mexico? A. Liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Uninsured boaters coverage. D. Physical damage coverage. Question 35. Which of the following is NOT covered under personal property coverage? Coverage C in a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy. A. Furniture. B. Electronics. C. Pets. D. Clothing. Question 36. In New Mexico, what is the purpose of the subrogation clause in an insurance policy? A. To provide immediate payment for claims. B. To allow the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for the loss. C. To reduce the policyholder's deductible. D. To limit the amount of coverage available. Question 37. Ms. Johnson lives in New Mexico and has a homeowner's insurance policy with a $500 deductible. A covered loss occurs, resulting in $2,000 in damage. How much will the insurance company pay for the claim? A. $1,500. B. $2,000. C. $500. D. $1,000. Question 38. Which type of inland marine insurance policy would a New Mexico resident use to cover their camera equipment while traveling? A. Personal property floater. B. Personal effects coverage. C. Personal articles floater. D. Valuable papers coverage. Question 39. In New Mexico, which type of health insurance plan typically has the most flexibility in choosing healthcare providers? A. Health maintenance organization, HMO. B. Preferred provider organization, EPO. C. High deductible health pay, CHP. D. Exclusive provider organization, EPO. Question 40. Which of the following is a common exclusion in a New Mexico personal umbrella policy? A. Personal injury. B. Professional liability. C. Bodily injury. D. Property damage. Question 41. Mr. Brown, a New Mexico resident, has a dwelling policy, DPIT-2, if his rental property is damaged by a windstorm, which coverage part will pay for the repairs? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Fair rental value. Question 42. Which part of a New Mexico flood insurance policy covers personal belongings damaged by a flood? A. Building property coverage. B. Personal property coverage. C. Increased cost compliance coverage. D. Loss of use coverage. Question 43. Which of the following is an example of an unfair claims practice under New Mexico insurance laws? A. Promptly acknowledging and processing claims. B. Denying a claim without conducting a reasonable investigation. C. Providing policyholders with clear explanations of coverage. D. Paying claims within the policy limits. Question 44. Which coverage part of a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy would pay for injuries to guests who are accidentally injured on the insured's property? A. Coverage A. Dwelling. B. Coverage C. Personal property. C. Coverage E. Personal liability. D. Coverage F. Medical payments to others. Question 45. What is the primary purpose of an inflation guard endorsement in a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy? A. To cover inflation-related increases in the cost of living. B. To adjust the coverage limits to keep pace with inflation. C. To provide additional liability coverage. D. To reduce the policy deductible. Question 46. Mr. Anderson lives in New Mexico and has a health maintenance organization, HMO plan. Which of the following statements about HMO plans is true? A. They offer the most flexibility in choosing healthcare providers. B. They do not require referrals to see specialists. C. They require members to use a network of approved providers. D. They have the highest premiums among health insurance plans. Question 47. Which of the following is NOTA coverage part of a New Mexico dwelling policy? DPIT-3, A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage G. Other insurance. Question 48. Which of the following best describes the risk management process in New Mexico insurance? A. Identifying, assessing, and prioritizing risks followed by applying resources to minimize and control the impact of risks. B. Selling insurance policies to consumers to protect against risks. C. Conducting annual reviews of insurance policies to ensure adequate coverage. D. Investigating claims to determine the cause and extent of damage. Question 49. Which endorsement can a New Mexico homeowner add to their homeowner's insurance policy to cover the cost of backup of sewers or drains? A. Water backup endorsement. B. Scheduled personal property endorsement. C. Ordinance or law endorsement. D. Inflation guard endorsement. Question 50. In New Mexico, what type of insurance policy provides coverage for personal injuries that occur off the insured's premises? A. Personal umbrella policy. B. Homeowners insurance. C. Flood insurance. D. Earthquake insurance. Question 51. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under a New Mexico inland marine insurance policy? A. Jewelry. B. Fine art. C. Automobiles. D. Camera equipment. Question 52. Mr. Williams, a New Mexico resident, has a personal auto policy, PAP, with uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. If he is injured by an uninsured driver, which part of his policy will cover his medical expenses? A. Liability coverage, Part B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Question 53. Which type of insurance policy in New Mexico typically includes coverage for valuable papers and records? A. Homeowners insurance. B. Inland marine insurance. C. Personal umbrella policy. D. Flood insurance. Question 54. What is the main advantage of adding a scheduled personal property endorsement to New Mexico homeowners insurance policy? A. It provides coverage for additional living expenses. B. It offers higher coverage limits for specific valuable items. C. It reduces the policy premium. D. It increases the deductible for certain perils. Question 55. In New Mexico, which coverage part of a homeowner's insurance policy typically covers the cost of defending the insured against liability claims? A. Coverage of dwelling. B. Coverage C. Personal property. C. Coverage E. Personal liability. D. Coverage F. Medical payments to others. Question 56. Which of the following types of insurance is designed to cover the cost of rebuilding a home to current building codes after a covered loss in New Mexico? A. Dwelling policy. B. Homeowners insurance. C. Ordinance or law endorsement. D. Flood insurance. Question 57. Mr. Martinez, a New Mexico resident, is considering a preferred provider organization PPO health plan. Which of the following is a key feature of PPO plans? A. Lower premiums and higher deductibles. B. Requirement to use in-network providers only. C. Flexibility to see out-of-network providers at a higher cost. D. No coverage for preventive services. Question 58. Which type of New Mexico insurance policy would a boat owner need to cover injuries to passengers resulting from a boating accident? A. Liability coverage. B. Medical payments coverage. C. Uninsured boaters coverage. D. Physical damage coverage. Question 59. In New Mexico, what is the primary function of the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC? A. To sell insurance policies to consumers. B. To regulate insurance companies at the state level. C. To provide a national forum for the development of insurance policies and regulations. D. To handle individual insurance claims. Question 60. Which coverage in a New Mexico personal auto policy, PAP, would pay for damage to the insured's vehicle caused by a hit-and-run driver? A. Liability coverage, Part B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Correct answer. C. Utmost good faith. Explanation. The principle of utmost good faith requires both the insurer and the insured to disclose all material facts truthfully. This ensures that both parties have all necessary information to make informed decisions regarding the insurance contract. Correct answer. C. Coverage D. Loss of use. Explanation. Coverage D. Loss of use pays for additional living expenses incurred when the insured home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. This includes costs like temporary housing and meals. Correct answer. B. Damage caused by wear and tear. Explanation. Most personal auto policies exclude coverage for damage caused by wear and tear. Insurance is designed to cover sudden and accidental events, not the gradual deterioration of the vehicle over time. Correct answer. D. Physical damage coverage. Explanation. Physical damage coverage in a watercraft insurance policy covers damage to the insured's boat caused by various perils, including storms. This coverage ensures that the boat owner can repair or replace the vessel if it is damaged by a covered event. Correct answer. C. Pets. Explanation. Personal property coverage. Coverage C. In a homeowner's insurance policy covers items like furniture, electronics, and clothing. However, it does not cover pets, which are excluded from this coverage. Correct answer. B. To allow the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for the loss. Explanation. The subrogation clause allows the insurer to seek reimbursement from a third party responsible for the loss after paying the policyholder's claim. This helps prevent the policyholder from receiving a double recovery and ensures that the responsible party bears the financial burden. Correct answer: A. $1,500 explanation. The insurance company will pay the claim amount minus the deductible. In this case, $2,000 damage, $500 deductible equals $1,500. Correct answer: C. Personal articles floater. Explanation: a personal articles floater provides coverage for specific high-value items like camera equipment, jewelry, and fine art. It offers broader protection and higher limits than standard homeowners insurance, making it ideal for covering valuable possessions while traveling. Correct answer: B. Preferred Provider Organization, PPO. Explanation: Preferred Provider Organization, PPO plans offer the most flexibility in choosing healthcare providers. Policyholders can see specialists and out-of-network providers without a referral, though they may pay higher out-of-pocket costs for out-of-network services. Correct answer: B. Professional liability. Explanation: Professional liability is a common exclusion in personal umbrella policies. These policies provide additional liability coverage for personal activities but do not cover professional or business-related liabilities, which require separate professional liability insurance. Correct answer: A. Coverage dwelling. Explanation: Coverage dwelling in a dwelling policy, DPIP 2, covers the cost of repairing or rebuilding the rental property if it is damaged by a covered peril, such as a windstorm. This coverage ensures that the property can be restored to its pre-loss condition. Correct answer: B. Personal property coverage. Explanation: Personal property coverage in a flood insurance policy covers personal belongings such as furniture, clothing, and electronics that are damaged by a flood. This coverage helps policyholders recover the cost of replacing or repairing their personal items. Correct answer: B. Denying a claim without conducting a reasonable investigation. Explanation: Denying a claim without conducting a reasonable investigation is an example of an unfair claims practice. Insurers are required to investigate claims thoroughly and fairly before making a decision, ensuring that policyholders receive the benefits they are entitled to under their policies. Correct answer: D. Coverage F. Medical payments to others. Explanation: Coverage F. Medical payments to others pays for medical expenses incurred by guests who are accidentally injured on the insured's property. This coverage is provided regardless of the policyholder's liability and helps ensure that injured guests receive prompt medical care. Correct answer: B. To adjust the coverage limits to keep pace with inflation. Explanation: An inflation guard endorsement adjusts the coverage limits of a homeowner's insurance policy to keep pace with inflation. This ensures that the policyholder maintains adequate coverage as the cost of repairing or rebuilding the home increases over time. Correct answer: C. They require members to use a network of approved providers. Explanation: Health Maintenance Organization, HMO plans require members to use a network of approved providers and obtain referrals to see specialists. These plans focus on managed care and emphasize preventive services to keep healthcare costs down. Correct answer: D. Coverage G. Other insurance. Explanation: Coverage G. Other insurance is not a part of a dwelling policy, DP3. The typical coverage parts of a dwelling policy include coverage of dwelling, coverage B. Other structures, and coverage C. Personal property, among others. Correct answer: A. Identifying, assessing, and prioritizing risks followed by applying resources to minimize and control the impact of risks. Explanation: The risk management process involves identifying, assessing, and prioritizing risks, followed by applying resources to minimize and control the impact of these risks. This process helps individuals and businesses manage potential losses and ensure continuity in the face of unforeseen events. Correct answer: A. Water backup endorsement. Explanation: A water backup endorsement covers the cost of damage caused by the backup of sewers or drains. This endorsement provides additional protection not typically included in standard homeowners insurance policies, ensuring that homeowners are covered for such specific incidents. Correct answer: A. Personal umbrella policy. Explanation: A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage for personal injuries that occur off the insured's premises. It extends the coverage limits of underlying policies such as homeowners or auto insurance and offers broader protection against various personal liability risks. Correct answer. C. Automobiles. Explanation. Automobiles are typically excluded from coverage under inland marine insurance policies. These policies are designed to cover movable personal property such as jewelry, fine art, and camera equipment, but not vehicles, which require separate auto insurance coverage. Correct answer. C. Uninsured under insured motorist coverage, Part C. Explanation. Uninsured under insured motorist coverage, Part C, covers the insured's medical expenses and other losses if they are injured by a driver who does not have sufficient insurance. This coverage ensures that the policyholder is protected even if the at-fault driver is inadequately insured. Correct answer. B. Inland marine insurance. Explanation. Inland marine insurance policies often include coverage for valuable papers and records. These policies are designed to protect high-value and portable items, ensuring that important documents are covered against various risks. Correct answer. B. It offers higher coverage limits for specific valuable items. Explanation. The scheduled personal property endorsement offers higher coverage limits for specific valuable items such as jewelry, art, and collectibles. This endorsement ensures that these items are adequately insured beyond the standard coverage limits of a homeowner's insurance policy. Correct answer. C. Coverage E. Personal liability. Explanation. Coverage E. Personal liability covers the cost of defending the insured against liability claims. This includes legal fees and court costs if the insured is sued for causing bodily injury or property damage to others. Correct answer. C. Ordinance or law endorsement. Explanation. An ordinance or law endorsement covers the cost of rebuilding or repairing a home to comply with current building codes after covered loss. This endorsement ensures that the policyholder is not left to pay out of pocket for necessary updates required by changes in local building regulations. Correct answer. C. Flexibility to see out-of-network providers at a higher cost. Explanation. Preferred provider organization (PPO) plans offer flexibility to see out-of-network providers at a higher cost. This feature allows policyholders to have more choices when it comes to healthcare providers, though they may incur higher out-of-pocket expenses for out-of-network services. Correct answer. B. Medical payments coverage. Explanation. Medical payments coverage in a watercraft insurance policy covers medical expenses for passengers who are injured in a boating accident. This coverage helps ensure that medical bills are paid, regardless of who is at fault for the accident. Correct answer. C. To provide a national forum for the development of insurance policies and regulations. Explanation. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, provides a national forum for the development of insurance policies and regulations. The NAIC helps coordinate insurance regulation among states, ensuring consistency and promoting best practices across the industry. Correct answer. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Explanation. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D, includes both collision and comprehensive coverage. If the insured's vehicle is damaged by a hit-and-run driver, collision coverage under Part D would pay for the repairs, ensuring that the policyholder is not left without the pocket expenses for the damage. Question 61. Which New Mexico insurance principle ensures that an insured can only recover up to the amount of their actual loss? A. Indemnity. B. Utmost good faith. C. Subrogation. D. Insurable interest. Question 62. Under a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy, which coverage part would pay for repairs to a detached garage damaged by a fire? A. Coverage of dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Question 63. Which exclusion is common in most New Mexico homeowners insurance policies? A. Earthquake damage. B. Fire damage. C. Theft. D. Vandalism. Question 64. Which type of New Mexico insurance policy would cover valuable items such as artwork and jewelry? A. Homeowners insurance. B. Inland marine insurance. C. Personal umbrella policy. D. Flood insurance. Question 65. In New Mexico, what is the main purpose of medical payments coverage, Part B, in a personal auto policy? A. To cover damage to the insured's vehicle. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers regardless of fault. C. To cover liability for injuries to others. D. To cover uninsured motorist claims. Question 66. Mrs. Smith, a New Mexico resident, has a homeowner's insurance policy. If a guest slips and falls on her property, which coverage part will pay for the guest's medical expenses? A. Coverage of dwelling. B. Coverage C. Personal property. C. Coverage E. Personal liability. D. Coverage F. Medical payments to others. Question 67. Which type of New Mexico insurance policy provides liability coverage above the limits of the insured's underlying policies? A. Personal umbrella policy. B. Homeowner's insurance. C. Flood insurance. D. Earthquake insurance. Question 68. Which of the following best describes an HO5 homeowner's insurance policy available in New Mexico? A. Basic form. B. Broad form. C. Special form. D. Comprehensive form. Question 69. In New Mexico, which part of a homeowner's insurance policy typically covers damage to personal property caused by a covered peril? A. Coverage of dwelling. B. Coverage B. Other structures. C. Coverage C. Personal property. D. Coverage D. Loss of use. Question 70. Which of the following is NOT typically covered under a New Mexico personal umbrella policy? A. Personal injury liability. B. Professional liability. C. Bodily injury liability. D. Property damage liability. Question 71. Mr. Johnson, a New Mexico resident, is considering purchasing earthquake insurance. What is a key feature of earthquake insurance policies? A. Low deductibles. B. Coverage for flood damage. C. High deductibles based on a percentage of the policy limit. D. Coverage for routine maintenance. Question 72. Which of the following is a requirement for an insurable interest under New Mexico insurance laws? A. The insured must own the property outright. B. The insured must stand to suffer a financial loss if the property is damaged. C. The insured must have sentimental value attached to the property. D. The insured must have legal title to the property. Question 73. Which part of a New Mexico flood insurance policy provides coverage for the structural components of the building? A. Personal property coverage. B. Building property coverage. C. Increased cost of compliance coverage. D. Loss of use coverage. Question 74. Which type of New Mexico insurance policy would provide coverage for an individual's personal liability while renting a car on vacation? A. Homeowner's insurance. B. Personal umbrella policy. C. Flood insurance. D. Travel insurance. Question 75. Which of the following statements about uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage in New Mexico is true? A. It covers the cost of repairing the insured's vehicle in all circumstances. B. It is required by law in New Mexico. C. It covers medical expenses if the insured is injured by an uninsured driver. D. It only applies to at-fault accidents. Question 76. Which part of a New Mexico homeowner's insurance policy covers the cost of temporary living arrangements if the insured home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril? A. Coverage dwelling. B. Coverage C. Personal property. C. Coverage D. Loss of use. D. Coverage E. Personal liability. Question 77. Which of the following best describes the purpose of the New Mexico Insurance Guarantee Association? A. To sell insurance policies to consumers. B. To provide a safety net for policyholders if their insurer becomes insolvent. C. To regulate insurance rates in New Mexico. D. To handle insurance claims on behalf of insurers. Question 78. Which coverage in a New Mexico personal auto policy, PAP, would pay for the cost of a rental car while the insured's vehicle is being repaired after a covered accident? A. Liability coverage, Part B. Medical payments coverage, Part B. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, Part C. D. Rental reimbursement coverage. Question 79. Which type of New Mexico insurance policy would provide coverage for legal defense costs in a liability claim? A. Homeowners insurance. B. Personal umbrella policy. C. Flood insurance. D. Earthquake insurance. Question 80. Mr. Lee, a New Mexico resident, has a homeowner's insurance policy with an ordinance or law endorsement. What does this endorsement cover? A. The cost of rebuilding a home to current building codes after a covered loss. B. The cost of adding new structures to the property. C. The cost of routine home maintenance. D. The cost of flood damage repairs. Question 81. Which of the following types of coverage is typically included in a New Mexico watercraft insurance policy? A. Liability coverage. B. Flood coverage. C. Earthquake coverage. D. Ordinance or law coverage. Question 82. Which of the following best describes the purpose of the subrogation clause in a New Mexico insurance policy? A. To allow the insured to receive double compensation for a loss. B. To transfer the insured's right to pursue recovery from a third party to the insurer. C. To increase the policy limits without additional premiums. D. To reduce the deductible amount for certain perils. Question 83. Which part of a New Mexico dwelling policy, DP, covers the fair rental value if the insured rental property becomes uninhabitable due to a covered loss? A. Coverage of dwelling. B. Coverage. C. Personal property. C. Coverage. D. Fair rental value. D. Coverage. E. Additional living expense. Question 84. Which of the following is a characteristic of high deductible health plan initiatia available in New Mexico? A. Low premiums and low deductibles. B. High premiums and high deductibles. C. Low premiums and high deductibles. D. High premiums and low deductibles. Question 85. Which part of a New Mexico personal auto policy, PAP, pays for repairs to the insured's vehicle if it is damaged by a falling tree? A. Liability coverage. Part B. Medical payments coverage. Part B. C. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Part C. D. Coverage for damage to your auto. Part D. Question 86. In New Mexico, which type of insurance policy provides coverage for personal property that is frequently moved from one location to another? A. Homeowners insurance. B. Inland marine insurance. C. Personal umbrella policy. D. Flood insurance. Question 87. Which of the following is NOT typically a covered peril under a New Mexico homeowners insurance policy? A. Fire. B. Theft. C. Vandalism. D. Wear and tear. Question 88. Mr. Garcia, a New Mexico resident, has a homeowner's insurance policy with a scheduled personal property endorsement. What is the primary benefit of this endorsement? A. Lowering the policy premium. B. Increasing coverage limits for specific valuable items. C. Providing flood coverage. D. Extending the policy term. Question 89. Which of the following best describes the purpose of the NAIC model laws in New Mexico? A. To establish uniform insurance laws across all states. B. To sell insurance policies to consumers. C. To handle insurance claims on behalf of insurers. D. To regulate federal insurance companies. Question 90. Which of the following is a benefit of having a personal umbrella policy in New Mexico? A. Lower premiums on all underlying policies. B. Broader liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies. C. Coverage for flood damage. D. Coverage for routine vehicle maintenance. Correct answer. A. Indemnity. Explanation. The principle of indemnity ensures that an insured is compensated only up to the amount of their actual loss, preventing them from profiting from an insurance claim. This principle maintains fairness and integrity in the insurance system. Correct answer. B. Coverage. B. Other structures. Explanation. Coverage. B. Other structures covers repairs to structures on the insured property that are not attached to the main dwelling, such as a detached garage. This coverage ensures that these structures are protected against covered perils like fire. Correct answer. A. Earthquake damage. Explanation. Most standard homeowners insurance policies exclude coverage for earthquake damage. Homeowners need to purchase a separate earthquake endorsement or policy to be protected against losses resulting from earthquakes. Correct answer. B. Inland marine insurance. Explanation. Inland marine insurance provides coverage for high-value items such as artwork and jewelry. This type of insurance offers broader protection and higher limits than standard homeowners insurance for these valuable possessions. Correct answer. B. To cover medical expenses for the insured and passengers regardless of fault. Explanation. Medical payments coverage. Part B covers medical expenses for the insured and passengers in the vehicle, regardless of who is at fault for the accident. This coverage ensures that necessary medical bills are paid promptly. Correct answer. D. Coverage F. Medical payments to others. Explanation. Coverage F. Medical payments to others pays for the medical expenses of guests who are injured on the insured's property, regardless of fault. This coverage ensures that the injured guest receives prompt medical care. Correct answer. A. Personal umbrella policy. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides additional liability coverage above the limits of the insured's underlying policies, such as homeowners or auto insurance. This policy offers broader protection against significant liability claims. Correct answer. D. Comprehensive form. Explanation. A HO5 homeowners insurance policy is a comprehensive form that provides open peril coverage for both the dwelling and personal property. It offers broader protection than the HO3 policy, covering all perils except those specifically excluded. Correct answer. C. Coverage C. Personal property. Explanation. Coverage C. Personal property covers damage to the insured's personal belongings caused by a covered peril. This ensures that items like furniture, electronics, and clothing are protected against losses due to incidents such as fire or theft. Correct answer. B. Professional liability. Explanation. Professional liability is not typically covered under a personal umbrella policy. These policies provide additional liability coverage for personal activities, but professional or business-related liabilities require separate professional liability insurance. Correct answer. C. High deductibles based on a percentage of the policy limit. Explanation. Earthquake insurance policies typically have high deductibles based on a percentage of the policy limit. This means that the policyholder must pay a significant amount out of pocket before the insurance coverage begins to pay for earthquake-related damage. Correct answer. B. The insured must stand to suffer a financial loss if the property is damaged. Explanation. An insurable interest requires that the insured stands to suffer a financial loss if the property is damaged. This ensures that the insurance contract is based on a legitimate risk of loss and not on speculation or gambling. Correct answer. B. Building property coverage. Explanation. Building property coverage in a flood insurance policy covers the structural components of a building, including the foundation, walls, and roof. This coverage ensures that the physical structure of the building is protected against flood damage. Correct answer. B. Personal umbrella policy. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy can provide coverage for an individual's personal liability while renting a car on vacation. This policy offers additional liability protection beyond the limits of the underlying auto insurance policy, ensuring broader coverage for various personal liability risks. Correct answer. C. It covers medical expenses if the insured is injured by an uninsured driver. Explanation. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage covers medical expenses if the insured is injured by an uninsured or underinsured driver. This coverage ensures that the insured receives compensation for medical costs even if the at-fault driver lacks sufficient insurance. Correct answer. C. Coverage D. Loss of use. Explanation. Coverage D. Loss of use covers the cost of temporary living arrangements if the insured home is uninhabitable due to a covered peril. This includes expenses such as hotel stays and meals, ensuring that the policyholder can maintain their standard of living while their home is being repaired. Correct answer. B. To provide a safety net for policyholders if their insurer becomes insolvent. Explanation. The New Mexico Insurance Guarantee Association provides a safety net for policyholders if their insurer becomes insolvent. It ensures that claims are paid and policyholders are protected in the event of an insurance company's financial failure. Correct answer. D. Rental reimbursement coverage. Explanation. Rental reimbursement coverage pays for the cost of a rental car while the insured's vehicle is being repaired after a covered accident. This optional coverage ensures that the policyholder has a temporary vehicle during the repair process. Correct answer. B. Personal umbrella policy. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides coverage for legal defense costs and a liability claim. This policy offers additional liability protection and ensures that legal fees and court costs are covered if the insured is sued for personal liability. Correct answer. A. The cost of rebuilding a home to current building codes after covered loss. Explanation. An ordinance or law endorsement covers the cost of rebuilding or repairing a home to comply with current building codes after covered loss. This endorsement ensures that the policyholder is not left to pay out of pocket for necessary updates required by changes in local building regulations. Correct answer. A. Liability coverage. Explanation. Liability coverage is typically included in a watercraft insurance policy. This coverage protects the policyholder against claims for bodily injury and property damage caused by the operation of their boat, ensuring financial protection in the event of an accident. Correct answer. B. To transfer the insured's right to pursue recovery from a third party to the insurer. Explanation. The subrogation clause transfers the insured's right to pursue recovery from a third party to the insurer. This allows the insurer to seek reimbursement from the responsible party for the amount paid in. A claim, helping to keep insurance costs down. Correct answer. C. Coverage D. Fair rental value. Explanation. Coverage D. Fair rental value covers the loss of rental income if the insured rental property becomes uninhabitable due to a covered loss. This ensures that the property owner is compensated for the loss of rental income during the repair period. Correct answer. C. Low premiums and high deductibles. Explanation. High-deductible health plan and HSAs are characterized by low premiums and high deductibles. These plans require policyholders to pay higher out-of-pocket costs before insurance coverage begins, but they typically offer lower monthly premiums. Correct answer. D. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D. Explanation. Coverage for damage to your auto, Part D, includes comprehensive coverage, which pays for repairs to the insured's vehicle if it is damaged by incidents such as a falling tree. This coverage protects the vehicle against non-collision related damage. Correct answer. B. Inland marine insurance. Explanation. Inland marine insurance provides coverage for personal property that is frequently moved from one location to another. This type of insurance is ideal for items such as camera equipment, jewelry, and other high-value portable items. Correct answer. D. Wear and tear. Explanation. Wear and tear is not typically a covered peril under homeowners insurance policies. These policies cover sudden and accidental losses, while normal wear and tear is considered a maintenance issue and is the homeowner's responsibility. Correct answer. B. Increasing coverage limits for specific valuable items. Explanation. A scheduled personal property endorsement increases coverage limits for specific valuable items such as jewelry and fine art. This ensures that these high-value items are adequately protected beyond the standard limits of the homeowner's insurance policy. Correct answer. A. To establish uniform insurance laws across all states. Explanation. The NAIC model laws are designed to establish uniform insurance laws across all states. These model laws provide guidelines that states can adopt to ensure consistency in best practices in insurance regulation. Correct answer. B. Broader liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies. Explanation. A personal umbrella policy provides broader liability coverage beyond the limits of underlying policies such as homeowners and auto insurance. This policy offers additional protection against significant liability claims, ensuring financial security for the policyholder.